mate Steve from GIC Campers, he's got lockers in the Hilux, right? And he's been talking about it for a while. Where can we try it out? Well, we got lucky because we've met up with Paul from Terrain Tamer down in Melbourne, and he's got the company Shorty. He was brought up here. Where's here? Here is the Victorian end of the snowy mountain country. This is something we haven't done before. True high country in one sense, absolutely magnificent too. Completely different. Can't wait, this is going to be fun. We're starting our trip at McKillops Bridge, and then we're going to head up through Sugg and Buchan and go all the way through that twisty country back down to the Snowy River and finally finish at Mount Manaik. Steve-o, looking forward to a chance to try those lockers, mate.
Absolutely dying for the chance to do it, John.
Good on you, mate. Hey, Paul, my Jack is so excited, you know, and it's not just because he's on the road and in the high country, both pigs he loves, but it's your dog too. What's her name?
Molly.
Yeah, well, I reckon Jack's certainly got a few things in mind. Oh boy, I think Jack's really going to enjoy having Molly along on this trip. Hope it doesn't get too cold at night there, Jack.
Just a couple more bends and we'll be right upon McKillops Bridge, which crosses the Snowy River.
What's the story of that one, mate?
It was built in the 1930s, and before they opened it, it got washed away by a massive flood. They were able to prop it up a bit higher up again and complete the bridge. And in 1971, 72, I think, the floodwaters actually were over the bridge boards, and you'll see how high and how wide that water would have been.
It's amazing, this bridge, it really is. I mean, look at this. The water actually gets up and laps the railings. How insane is that? Can you imagine Mother Nature roaring down this valley in full force? Torrents of water, millions and millions and millions of gallons of water all charging down this valley in one hit. By crikey, how strong is Mother Nature? And man did a pretty good job too, building this bridge to put up with that sort of current. That's insane.
Basically true man from Snowy River country.
Yeah, you could say, if you wanted to have a look at the poem in depth, this is man from Snowy River country, from here back up into New South Wales, for sure. Righto, John and Steve, this is where we're going to drop off down into the Dedic River. Seems to be flowing nicely.
Oh, well, we can see it's not deep. That's one good thing.
For the day.
God, Steve, you've become a real addict, haven't you, mate?
Righto, John, this is where we turn off to find a track that should be full of fun and adventure. It's the Armstrong Track.
Oh, is this the track where I'm going to get to test the lockers?
Yeah, I hope you do get to test the lockers there, Steve.
Wow, Steve's been busting to push those magic buttons, I can tell you.
Well, guys, if this is the hill leading to the hill, I think we're in for a bit of a treat today.
Looking a bit steep up there, Steve.
Looks nice and steep, doesn't it?
This might be your chance to try the lockers, mate.
Let's hope so.
Everyone does this different. I know people who lock both ends as soon as they see something that looks a bit steep, you know. If you've got lockers on, you're not going to chew up the track for everyone else, that's for sure. But you're also going to basically play all your cards at once, you know, and you can do a little bit of damage to the vehicle too, especially if you're trying to steer, and in your situation with the trailer, steering's pretty critical. Well, Paul's going to go first. That's what you get for being the local. And he hasn't got lockers. What he has got is the massive advantage of a short wheelbase Toyota with a big Chev engine and some big rubber on it too. Go, Paul!
A bit more momentum.
Whoa, get a load of that Shorty hopping around. Oh, mate, you'll find some traction there somewhere. Okay, come back, have another crack. I reckon it's going to be momentum though. Even with lockers, this is going to be tricky. So Paul steps back, has a look, gives it the absolute berries, and he's up and away. Now that looks like a challenge. I can hear that Paul's had a bit of a drama up here, spitting a few rocks and things, and knowing that that's the Shorty with the big tyres, that means there's going to be traction issues. So when I get to that first ledge, I think I'll be putting the rear locker on. Best thing in the world for hill starts, that hand throttle. Here we go. Oh, this is a very, very loose and slippery surface. It doesn't look that bad, but it's a typical high country. Look at this. Wow. I'm not even on a real steep angle, but I'm stopped. We've got braking issues going backwards too. This is so loose, it's not funny. See if we can scrabble out of here. And just over there on the left-hand side of Milo is a cliff. Whoa, the old girl just feels like she's slipping over. This is one of those moments when you hang onto the seat and you don't even need your hands. Oh, you can see soft suspension keeping the wheels on the ground, no worries, but there's no ground under the tyres. There's just no traction at all. This is a bit delicate, this one. Holy dooly. It's the high country for you. Come Milo. Go Milo. Ooh. This is exciting. I think we might have to try bouncing over this one. Well, looks like I'm going to have to do the same thing as Paul. Get back, find some traction, give it the berries, bounce to the top. Lockers on both ends, big chance of slipping over the side if we don't get this right, and a whole lot of speedway steering to keep it reasonably straight. Let's see what we can find. And there she goes! Ah, you beauty! Go Milo! I'm going to try the traction breaker over there. Go on the back, Jack, go on. I think all Jack's interested in is getting up the hill to see Molly. Wow, that's one wild ride. Ah, all right, that was fun. One more hill, I need somewhere to stop. Let's over the top of this one. Breathe again, Jackson. What do you reckon?
Slight anticipation now after what my Milo just went through.
Steve-o, a bit of a change of plan, mate. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Look, this is amazingly slippery, amazing lack of traction. The only way you're going to make this is to try out both lockers down the bottom there on your launch pad.
Yep.
And give it some berries.
Left tyre about here, I reckon.
The worry with the left side here is that you're awfully close to that edge if it all goes cockeyed, but I would certainly have a go at that, to steer for the high bits if you can.
Yep.
And if it starts going backwards, keep the wheels spinning forwards to at least try and hold yourself a bit. You know, it'll like reverse braking. And if all else fails, try not to slide over the side, mate. I can hear some rather religious words coming out of young Steve as he wanders back down the hill. Jack, he's showing off to Molly. Now look, Molly, I've got a rock. He's in for the ride of his life here, fair dinkum. How you going, Steve?
Chomping at the bit, mate. I'm like far up in the stalls.
With these lockers, I flick the compressor on and then I flick the rear locker on. Are they right to stay on, or do I have to turn them off?
Once you flick the compressor on, you've basically armed both lockers, but they won't do anything until you switch them on. When you switch the rear locker on, it should make a sort of a compressor sound for a few minutes, or 30 seconds maybe.
Yeah, it made a brrrr.
Yep. Well, all that is, the compressor's just pumped air through to the locker. The locker's now engaged. Does it stop making that brrr sound?
Yeah, it stopped after probably 3-4 seconds.
Beautiful. Okay, that means the locker's in. Just leave the compressor on, otherwise the locker buttons aren't doing anything. Leave your rear locker on. You're going to need your front locker up here for sure. We've got our strap length sorted out. You got about 6 foot of cable hanging off the front?
Yeah, I do, and the winch control's on my lap.
Beautiful. We're all right to go.
Let's do it.
We're in for a big ride here, Steve, I'll tell you. Now, you saw how slippery it was for the solo vehicles. Go, Steve! You haven't had your front locker on yet, have you, Steve?
It's on now.
Just try it. It should come over that ridge. Pull over that ridge with the locker on. It's not, it's digging a hole. Steve's one of the best guys I've ever seen on the wheel with a trailer on the back. But by crikey, this is not easy. That's it, you're climbing out, you should roll now. That's nice. Just turn your wheels straight before you let the clutch out, Steve. Yep, that's good. Okay, mate, launch pad. No, it's slippery, isn't it? What's the left hand down? You got a little bit of hard stuff in front of you, so if you can make that, that'll give you your traction to bounce over this bit. Yeah, that's beautiful, mate. Oh, bugger. Righto, hold up there. I don't think we're going to do that. It's not the trailer's fault at all. But for the sake of getting to the top of this hill, I think we're going to have to leave it down the bottom. What do you reckon?
I reckon so.
My bet would be that there's been a dozer through here. A dozer doesn't cut the sort of ruts that a wheeled vehicle does, which means that as soon as you lob a wheel on it, you find the limits of it, which in this case is real quick and real deep. Righto, Steve, get those lockers on and give it the berries and let's see how you go. Wow, look at it shifting around already. Steve's all over the place here, kicking up loose dirt, but as long as he hangs onto the wheel, with the lockers he's got a chance, a good chance of powering all the way up. And that is the locker advantage. Aim it up the rock, Steve. Oh, go mate, go. That's it mate, beautiful job. Hate to say this, Steve, but that's the cleanest run anyone's done up that hill. Well done, mate. Excellent job.
Wow, do those lockers make a difference or what? That was just... I was just hanging on, basically.
Well done, mate. For everyone back there at home, you know, especially you ladies who are wondering what difference does lockers make? That's the difference. That's an awesome way of showing what lockers can do. And the places lockers can get you. Well, that hill swallowed so much time, we're going to have to come back, get the trailer and go and find somewhere to camp. Okay, we've come back to pick up the trailer. Steve's going to show us how you turn a trailer around 180 degrees when there's no room at all and there's two very steep cliffs on either side. Not to mention a whole bunch of bull ants right underneath the whole thing. Righto, mate, show us what you can do. I'll keep an eye on the bum end just in case you hang it over the edge. Oh, well done, mate. Absolutely glorious. I thought we'd probably have to do about a 38-point turn. Nut. He just dragged it straight over the top of the lump. Did you see the view of the bridge from back there?
Yeah, I did. Let us know how high we are too. It's just unbelievable.
Once we'd picked up the trailer, it was time to go and find a campsite. And in the high country, that can mean high or low.
Oh, what a glorious morning.
Ooh, there's nothing like waking up in the high country and checking out the view. Now, we're pretty high up here. We're probably 1,000 metres at least.
It's a lovely bit of track yesterday, Paul. What do you got in mind next? We're going to drop down onto the Snowy and have a look around down there.
Ah, very nice. Wow, this fog just came in from nowhere, Paul.
Yeah, that's what can happen up in the hills here. Winter, summer, it's just so unpredictable sometimes. I'm starting to think I'm seeing ghosts in the shadows.
Well, I suppose it's pretty obvious, but when the fog closes in like this, the most important thing to watch out for is that nobody spears off on some straight track and winds up driving on their own. Noise is dissipated in all directions. You can't see where the sun is. You can lose your sense of direction really quickly in fog. The important thing is to regroup anytime there's anything at all that looks like an intersection or a turn. It's very important not to lose anybody in the Australian bush.
With the fog and the closing in trees, makes it a bit of a challenge.
And we're pretty high too. The view is insane. And all you can see is mountains. Mountains and trees for as far as the eye can see.
I'm presuming the more we climb, the steeper the descent's going to be down to the river.
A lot of logic in that one, Steve-o. I tell you what, in the high country, you're either going up or coming down. Doesn't seem to be too much in between. Mate, I'll tell you what, she's a long way to spear off the side, isn't it? Wow. Oh, look, you can see the other side now. See the other side of the hill, Steve. Look at that.
Wow, that just shows you how high we are. Kind of eerie.
The whole Snowy River region is about up, down, hills and valleys. It's just insane country, it really is. There's so much variation. Imagine running around here on a horse trying to chase your cows up. It's a grand old river, the Snowy, isn't it? Are we going to be crossing it down here? We'll have to, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll cross it down here and shoot on over to the other side and find that other track I was telling you about. Looks a bit overgrown here, mate. We might pull up and have a bit of a look, eh?
Yeah, we seem to lose the track here a bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh! Well, as our guide,
Yeah.
would you like to smash your way through this?
I don't know. Where's that chainsaw? Whippersnipper. Let's have a look.
Need it, eh?
Let's
Go have a look, eh?
Let's have a look.
She's a big wide river at this point, eh?
It is. It spreads right out across the valley here.
I might have to put my little depth gauge in there. Hey, Jacko.
No crocs in this one.
Come on, Jack. Fetch. Good boy. In you go. Oh, he says it's cold, boss. This isn't Cape York. It's not deep either, though. Look at that.
No.
Should be interesting watching the trailer get up there. It should do all right, especially with your lockers.
Oh,
No problem.
No problem.
Not at all.
You say that everywhere we go, Steve. No problem. Wow. This is got to be a perfect place to cross the river because it's so wide that the level's going to be low and there's going to be quite a few islands between here and the other side.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, what do you reckon? We do some lunch before we do this?
No, we'll have some lunch, yeah.
Always got time for lunch.
Gonna have some cheese sangers.
Yeah, I've got some pickles there if you want some.
I think I might.
The 40's got some big rubber, and that's going to make a lot of difference. But really, when it comes to water crossings, the big advantage here is he's got all the manoeuvrability. This is the first part of the Snowy River crossing. It's only about 20 foot across. The river is probably 300 or 400 yards wide here. Not the actual water, just the riverbed itself. There goes bits of that old tree. Now this is where that off-road hitch comes into its own, because Steve can manoeuvre all over the place and know that his trailer's hanging on behind no problems.
Yeah, there's a bit of an island pops out in the middle of the river here, John, and somewhere through this scrub we'll pop out into the river.
Starts out with a bit of a puddle and then goes into some pretty serious round river rock. The independent suspension on the extreme range is perfect for country like this with the big rocks. This hasn't been driven for a while. Hey, look at that bush growing in. Stage one, all done. Holy dolly.
You got your gumboots?
Mate, gumboots? Oh, I might need my swimmers. Gee, there's a lot of water flowing here. Yeah, oh, that's the exit over there, is it?
Yeah, that's it. We'll have to go up the river a little bit, through those reeds.
And hook around?
Yeah.
Oh, you know the best thing about this? You're in front. It's so wide that it shouldn't be that deep.
No, it's where all the rough water is. Normally is where it's shallow, it's got rock under it.
Yeah,
It's only those still bits that are the deep bits, that's all.
Yeah, that could get a bit deeper on the other side there, just on the exit. But
Yeah.
So there's 3 boulders being put there to stop river crossings, or?
Come on, mate, show us the way. There's an awful lot of flow in this Snowy River, I can tell you that. That's a lot of water moving down in a big hurry. Imagine when it's running a banker in a flood. Looking good, mate. That cutaway to the left, there you go.
It's quite solid underneath there, so we've got no problems at all.
No worries, up and out and we're away.
Oh, look at that, too easy.
I think successful water crossings, in Milo anyway, it's all about setting the hand throttle and using the clutch. Not using it too much, I don't want to burn it out. And right here in the middle I don't need any at all, but I'm sort of playing more clutch than throttle. I want smoothness. River crossings, especially rocky ones like this, you can jump all over the place if your foot's up and down on the pedal. So if you don't have a hand throttle, consider wedging your foot in between the corner of the floor well there and the throttle to keep it nice and steady. Wow, there's a tight little exit. Holy dolly.
I'm on my way.
And we're looking forward to seeing you here, mostly because you're the nearest thing we got to shelter.
I'm worried about the trailer drifting, so I'm going to U-turn as quick as I can, go straight into the water. And when I turn left to come out, I'm basically going to give it the berries. As a matter of fact, I'm giving it the berries from Dot.
Take it nice and easy, sir. You don't want to go too quick in case you hit a rock. Start swinging left. Yeah, that's good. You're right, you're still moving. Lovely. Plenty of clearance. Just let it slow down a bit. And we've had a tsunami of the boot kind. Beautiful, mate. Well done.
That was interesting but fun.
Oh wow, this section of the Snowy is just so beautiful. I've got to come back here one day. Paul's got a great spot in mind for lunch. And that's where we're going to be camping tonight anyway, so Steve reckons he probably set the camper up now because there's a fair chance we won't be back much this side of dark. Now here's me helping as usual. Boy, I'm useful. Almost as useful as the dog. Why don't we just leave the trailer set up, go and have some fun?
Sounds good to me.
Go on, guys. Where does this take us to, Paul?
Oh, I thought I'd bring you up a secret little track here, John. I can show you an old cattleman's hut.
And once again, we found ourselves climbing some pretty ferocious terrain to get there. It is a bit of a steep drop, and it hasn't been travelled for a while either, judging by some of the bits and pieces over the track.
Hey!
The big trick to steep downhill sections like this is to not ride the brakes the whole way. Keep it in your lowest forward gear, let the engine do a whole lot of the braking. You also have to watch out on steep downhills like this. This one's got erosion gullies running straight down it, which is not such a problem because they're not that major, but they are built for trapping wheels. So if you can, try and straddle them as much as possible, and never be too frightened to pick a slightly different path, you know? Take a little bit of edge or something else. This old hut's been here for a long time and it looks like it's seen a few improvements over the years too.
Yeah, as you can see, people still use it. The floor needs a bit of a vacuum though.
It's a genuine article, I'll tell you what. Apart from being somewhere to come occasionally just to be on your own, this could rescue your ass, couldn't it?
Oh yeah,
really.
yeah.
Especially in winter if you got stuck down here in this valley.
We camping here or not?
No, mate.
No?
No, not while we got all that here driving to do. We got that awesome hill to get up.
You want to go back up that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. You want to try your lockers?
Steve wants to try his lockers. Good stuff. Oh, Steve sure testing out his lockers today. Give it the berries, mate. Up, we're over it. Hey, Paul, pull up here, mate. It looks on the VMS like there's a track down to the left here instead of the right.
Yeah, look at the old one. Do you want to duck around me and have a look at it? We'll follow you in.
Yeah, hang in there. Might as well have a bit of an adventure, eh? Here we go. There's nothing I like more than this, actually. Trying something a bit different. Now, the VMS picked up this track. It was just about hidden, but it could be another way across the river, and that would be nice. Oh, this is the right direction. And there's the mighty Snowy. Thanks to the VMS, we did find another way across the river, and here we go. We're going to get across before it gets dark, and we might even get back to camp. That'll be nice. Wow, that was a big day's driving. But anyway, we're heading back to camp now, Buchan. The trailer's already set up. Might cook up a big feed in honour of the occasion. What occasion's that? No, who cares? Every day's an occasion when you're a four-wheel driver. Lil's recipe starts out with self-raising flour, good old Aussie raisins, about a cupful, with rum. Soak the raisins in the rum. Now, they had to be soaked overnight. In they go, looking good. Oh boy, cups of tea are never going to taste the same out of this billy, are they? It's foamed right up. Now, I'll just hop over to the angle because one of the crucial ingredients was cream. Lovely and cold as you'd expect. Not just because we're in Victoria, but because it's in the angle. Out of the billy and into the iron pot. Now, the milk just helps brown it up a little bit. Okay, lid goes on. Probably about 15 minutes with a good charcoal base. if you just lob the pot straight into the fire, it's going to cop more heat on one side than the other. Now that's all right, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can turn the pot around a few times or something. But this is just so much easier. This is the idiot's way to do it. And quite honestly, you can pretty much say that what's happening now is about 240 degrees, and we're looking at about 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll have a look at that in 15 minutes and see where we're up to. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that.
I'll tell you what, that hits the spot. Hey, that's pretty good.
Now, Lil, I admit it would have been better as a scone, but guess what? As a quick damper, it's awesome. Well, I've tried everything else to get a box deal out of Steve. This will do the job, you watch. Box deal, box deal, box deal, box deal. Pretty soon we're packed up and back on the road again. And first off today is for a little bit of local history.
Just down on the left-hand side here, we've got the old schoolhouse.
And I wouldn't mind betting that the teacher probably lived here too.
Yeah, and look, it's still standing after all this time.
Yeah,
Just,
hasn't had much repair at all, has it? It's unreal. Oh look, in the fireplace there's an old
Buggy axle.
buggy axle. That's unique, isn't
Now,
it?
Sugan Buchan Schoolhouse was built in 1865 by Edward O'Rourke. Now, he had to build it because the guy had 13 kids and then he had to employ a tutor.
This is the sort of thing that we as Australians need to share. We need to keep them open. We need to let our kids go in there so that they can realise how good they've got it these days, I guess. You know, kids lob off to school with their laptops and all sorts of other stuff. Wow, in here you've probably got a piece of rock and a piece of flint to scratch on it. Something else.
Now, there's no mucking around because Paul's got some more tracks in mind, and this one looks like a climb to the top of a hill.
No problem with hooking up on those little humpty speed hump things in the track there, Steve.
No, it's got a nice long drawbar and it's 100 by 50 3mm tube steel, so it just drags it over it.
Looks like we're getting a bit of height up here again, Paul.
Yeah, we climb out of the snowy valley, should climb up to about 1,000 metres.
Some pretty steep sections in here, but the traction's good.
And here's another little step up. Looks like quite a decent one, actually.
Shouldn't need lockers, I hope.
Well, seeing as you haven't got any, I hope not.
Well, I thought the traction was good.
We've got a little issue at the top here. It's called a Shorty roadblock. It looks like there's a big jump right at the end there, eh?
Yeah, it certainly is. Maybe momentum's the story again.
Righto, let's try momentum. Oh man, keep coming. You can come another 10 feet. That's about it. That'll give you your best launch.
Loose dirt, no traction. Come on, Paul, give it everything, mate. Ah, it's just not quite going to do it, is it?
Bit of a predicament. Ah, Paul, bit of an angle you're on.
It is a bit of an angle, yeah.
Winching, mate. Give us your control. I'll plug it in for you.
Put that in.
Okay. You got a tree trunky?
Oh, that train jump one too.
Don't mind, you were ready for this, were you?
I was.
Well, it's pretty much the prime example of what not to do when you're looking for a winch tree. This thing's already a fair bit out of the ground. It's still alive. That's one thing it's got going for it. And it's got a decent root system. But I'm going to be standing there to one side, keeping a good eye on it. Because if that thing flexes, we're in a lot of trouble. Now when you use a tree trunk protector, make sure it's as low on the tree as you can get it. To not do that, could be to pull the tree out. Hang on, I'll just run up the hill so you can bring it a bit further, mate.
There's be a mountain goat round here.
I reckon. It's a tough one, eh? Look at the view though. I mean, you know, if you've got to be stuck somewhere, what a place to be stuck. This is a good blanket. Yeah, and look where the Velcro is. Righto, Paul, we're all set, mate. Just bring her in slow, give it a little bit of drive, eh? Just let it build up some strain and then drive it just a few feet. That's good. I don't want him to let the truck do the work. I want him to let the winch do the work. I want the winch to build up some strain and then the truck moves forward. Oh, listen to that wire. Oh, what was that? Whoa, stop, stop! Oh boy, she's under some strain, this thing. Just hang on there, Paul. Hang on a minute. You're right on the point of maximum strain there, mate, so just pull the winch in a little bit. Hang on, Paul. That looks good. Hold on a minute, mate. I think you can drive from there. Whoa, whoa! Ah, finally, the Shorty roadblock's out of the way and we can carry on. Hey, Jack, you lost your girlfriend, mate. Well, Paul had to winch. I'll probably have to winch too, but we'll give it a go. Both lockers on, not much of a launch pad, and soft all the way. Ah, how can you not have a go? Come on, Milo, stomp it up. Oh, you beautiful old girl. Hey, all right! Oh, boy! That's the locker's difference for you. How good's that? Locker's on and he's going for it, side to side. Oh, you're loving this, aren't you, Steve? See him there, he's aiming for the rocks to grab a bit of traction on the side of the track. How good a locker, Steve?
I like to think it's a bit of the driving too, John.
Good effort, mate. Wow. Well, that was tough, but we're nearly there, eh? Gee, we must have climbed some.
And the view is well worth the effort, I reckon.
This is the country of legend. This is wild men on horses and just wild men all together. And this bush, it's wild too. Well, now, I don't know where Paul's taking us exactly, but he seemed fairly determined to get us there. He's working pretty hard on this slope. It's a fairly decent slope.
It's like a country drive on Sunday. What are you guys on about?
Here's a steep little pinch there, so we're getting back up into the clouds again. There, it's pretty scenic up.
This is the other end of the high country. This is a new part of the high country. The high country is just incredible. Every time I come here, we see something different. We see another aspect of it. The scenery is magnificent. The tracks are just awesome. And I've travelled with some beaut blokes too. I really want to thank Steve, you know, bringing the camper along. It's made us all comfortable and it'll make us comfortable again tonight. And now he's got lockers. I mean, talk about totally fearless before. Just incredible. And Paul, well, Paul was, you know, born and bred in these hills. He knows this end of the high country, and thanks to him, we've seen stuff we wouldn't normally see, including this. What an awesome place to finish up. Good on you, mate. This is terrific. Cheers, guys. What a beaut trip. Good on you. Here's to the apple juice, Steve. Oh, boy, what a trip. You know what? Might feel tired, but it's from the adventure, it's from the excitement, it's from the challenging tracks, the amazing countryside, that high altitude feeling, and then down there in the valleys crossing the river. You know what? It's just too good. You should get out here and have a look yourself. G'day! Welcome to Ruthie's Ruthless Tales. Go on, grab a slice of fair dinkum, Australia. Get your dose of Ruthie and put a smile on your dial.